Hey everyone, welcome back to the Center Car Care YouTube channel. You may have seen our previous video on what the IDA, the International Detailing Association, suggests for how to wash the outside of your vehicle. Well, today we're doing the interior. Stick along with us while we cover that. All right, so we're going to be covering the standard operating procedures of how to clean the inside of a vehicle. We understand there's many different ways you can clean the inside of a vehicle, but this is just a tried and true, proven method. If you follow these steps, you should have success in cleaning the inside of your vehicle. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit different too if you're a professional detailer doing it for a customer or if you're just a weekend warrior doing your own vehicle. So keep that in mind as we're going through this. The first step, if you're a professional, you want to make sure you're going through the vehicle and kind of having a checklist that's going to go through like, hey, there's damage on the dashboard here. That wasn't me. So make sure the customer knows what the current condition of the vehicle is. And then we also suggest going through and taking a video or photos just so you have some kind of proof to cover your butt in case something does come back. That way you don't get blamed for any pre-existing damage. It's a good idea to, this is obviously just written up for the shoot here, but write down the damage, get the photos and videos, have the customer sign off that they're aware, hey, this is the condition that it's currently in. And also keep in mind, depending on how dirty or clean the vehicle is, if it's super filthy, you might not see all the damage. Like they might not realize the carpet was ripped underneath all that dirt on the floor. So kind of set their expectations right that, hey, when I normally see something like that, there might be more existing damage underneath that, but we're going to do our best. We'll document the process to make sure that we're cleaning the vehicle, but we're not damaging it. So go around the whole vehicle, and we're just going to mark down any damages. Honestly, this is for YouTube, so we already went through. We know what it is. This is Brett's car anyway, so he's watching me detail this. I'm not too worried about him thinking we're going to be damaging it, but go through, lift up the floor mats, pull the floor mats out, check that kind of stuff, and make sure you're doing it thoroughly. All right, second step, make sure you're wearing the proper PPE, so whether it be gloves or if you're working on a car that has like mold or something like that, put a mask on, a Tyvek suit, whatever you think that job is going to call for to make sure that when you're cleaning the vehicle, those chemicals or whatever you have to use are staying outside your body, not inside your body. Anything on you is in you, so remember that. All right, so the third step now is going to be just kind of a safety check. Go around the vehicle, check to make sure. That sounds crazy, but there's no needles in the door pockets or like a sharp knife somewhere where when you're cleaning, you might end up stabbing yourself. I've already been detailing and found guns behind the seats and things like that. You don't want to take any chances on, I know it's easily overlooked, but you'd be surprised after a couple years doing it, talk to a detailer, guaranteed they found something crazy in a vehicle. So better to do that now, go around it. Obviously, if it's your personal car, you're probably pretty aware, but it's even nice to know, like if you're looking under the seat, there might be a stick or something and you end up stabbing yourself in your vacuuming. So quick check. Then we're going to go right into the fourth step, which is remove the mats. So you go around, pull out these floor mats. These have these all-weather floor mats, so I'm just going to try and keep everything inside that so I don't dump it on the floor. Well, in the car. I'm going to dump it on the floor out here. And then just put the seats all the way back, check in there. There's no mini Uzis or machine guns or anything in there, so it looks safe. We're going to put the seat forward, actually. And this is kind of actually already going into the fifth step, which is to remove, if you're a professional detailer, remove all the personal belongings. So plenty of times when I'm detailing, you will see somebody has maybe an AirPod or something that's fallen somewhere, or even just all the stuff out of the door pockets. If you're gonna be cleaning the vehicle super thoroughly, pull all this stuff out, put it in a box, and then that way when you bring it back, they're not having a safety vest soaked in APC or something crazy. So again, this is Brett's vehicle. We're not doing this as a professional business right now. We're just kind of showing you the steps through it. So we're not going to pull all of his personal belongings out, but keep that in mind for a professional detailer. It's a good idea to do that. Makes your job easier. Also keeps all the customers' belongings in one place so they're not getting confused on, hey, did you take money out of my center console or something crazy? Because that kind of stuff happens all the time in detailing where someone doesn't realize they had money somewhere, and if you make that call to them and say, hey, just found $20 between your seats, just want to let you know, put that with your personal belongings and we'll give that to you. Really quick way to boost your customer service and to show people that you're a genuine detailer that's not out there to rob personal things out of their car. So step 6 is going to be, if you have rubber mats, clean them now so they have time to dry. If you have carpeted floor mats, if you're a professional, you probably have like a steamer you want to use or a heated carpet extractor. Now's a good time to do those. That way they have time to dry while you're cleaning the rest of the vehicle. So we're going to go through, clean up these mats, and we'll see you at step 7. All right, so we're gonna cover step 7 and 8 today because we're actually not doing 7. But 7, if you're a professional detailer, you probably have one of those like tornador tools or some kind of blowout tool where it essentially hook up to an air compressor, it blows air out. Sometimes it's in a circular pattern. If you have dog hair, they're super helpful, or even just blowing loose a lot of built-in dirt. Now there is some collection here, but it's not crazy. And honestly, we don't have our compressor hooked up right now, so we're gonna skip right into step 8, which is to vacuum the vehicle. You wanna go top down, so do the seats first, especially if you have fabric seats, because any of the dirt that you're getting from up here might end up on the floor, and then that way you're not doing it twice. So let's jump into that. We'll get this thing vacuumed up and we'll jump on to step 9. All right, so step 9 is going to be to wipe down all the hard surface of the vehicle. We're talking the dashboard, the cup holders, these little side panels in here, the door panels all around. Don't forget the visors. These are fabric, so we might just spot treat them, but if you have vinyl ones, wipe those down good and proper. Now, this is how long this step is going to depend on how dirty the vehicle is. If it's super filthy, you might have to go through with like a mild all-purpose cleaner to kind of clean the grime up, and then come back through with something that's going to protect it. This step, I mean, it's just a little bit of dust on here, so we probably just dust it with the microfiber and then go back over it with the Power Clean Interior Detailer. It's got UV protection in there, so this dash won't be as shiny. It'll be like more of a matte finish, but it has a UV protection that the sun's not going to degrade it over time. So we're going to go through here and just treat all the specific areas. The next step on step 10 is going to be going through with any kind of tools that you would need to clean them out. So like I have a brush here. If I need to get into all the cup holders, personally I feel like these steps kind of go hand in hand, so I'm just going to put them together. Clean out the cup holders and any little grooves and stuff. You might need specified tools like a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, a Scrub Ninja, brushes, anything you might need to get the job done to clean each and every area thoroughly. So let's go around and cover that. All right, step 11 is going to be to clean the pedals. Now keep in mind, if you aren't shampooing your carpets, unless you have like a tan carpet, the black on the pedals here sometimes runs down onto the carpet and can like leave a little dark spot. So if you're not going to be shampooing the carpets or anything like that, put like a microfiber or something underneath these pedals. That way when you're scrubbing them and it drips, you don't leave any marks on the carpet. You also want to be sure you're not using anything that has any kind of silicone or anything that's going to be slippery, like a ceramic or anything like that on pedals, because for obvious reasons, you want good traction, good grip on that pedal. And any kind of silicone or ceramics or any kind of polymers and stuff like that can make that surface slippery. So for obvious reasons, we're going to use Trim Clean, which is essentially an all-purpose cleaner. Now, all-purpose cleaner, you don't have to worry about having it be slippery unless they were to get wet. So all-purpose cleaner, you got to think, is going to have surfactants in there, which add lubrication and make it slipperier. So as long as the pedals are cleaned, dried, you won't have any issues like that. But if you want to be extra safe, go back over it with like a spritz of water just to make sure all the surfactants are rinsed off that pedal. But to get into all the grooves here, we spray it on the pedal. I'm going to spray it on this little brush and scrub it back and forth and wipe it down. All right, step 12, let's put these mats back in. Make sure they're dry, both sides. All right, so step 13 is clean the glass. It also makes a mention to clean the leading edge of the glass. So most cars, you just kind of hold the unlock button. It'll roll down the window partially. You just got to stop it when it's rolling. So you could just get in the car and turn the accessory on, roll the window down. You're probably going to have to do it to put them up anyway. But quick tip for you, you can usually just hold the unlock button and it'll open up that top. And then you can kind of go through the leading edge of the glass, make sure that's clean so it doesn't leave that mark from the gasket on there. Then I'm going to roll the window all the way up so we can finish it. So to the exterior first, I'm going to hop on the inside. Just using 2 towels. One that gets the first moisture, kind of scrubbing it, cleaning it. The dry one, final finish it. We're just going to go around and do that to all the windows. We'll get on to the next step. Step 14, it's an optional step, but if you like air fresheners, now's the time to do it. We got the brand new little Joya cotton candy we're going to throw in Brett's car here, so hopefully he likes that. Pop it in the vent. Now we have a nice fresh scent. At 15 of 16, you're going to want to go through the vehicle, do a final inspection. It's helpful to get it down, see it at different angles, look down, look up at the dashboard, the underside, make sure there's no runs. You want to look at the seats, pull apart those, make sure there's not any missed dirt or any wet spots anywhere in the vehicle. If you did, now's the time to touch those up. If you're a professional doing these details, now's a good time to kind of go around, shoot a video, take a couple photos to send to your customer if they're not on site with you, and let them know, hey, the car's finished up, here's the end result. And it also is just like a final walkthrough. You have before pictures and after pictures as bookends, so if the customer were to 2 days later notice some kind of damage, you have a video to show, hey, that happened after the fact, or that happened before it got here. And it kind of covers your butt in that way. Final step, 16, is going to be go grab the customer's personal items that you took out of the vehicle, put them back in. This one we just have a car charger and some hand sanitizer, so I'll put that back in the center console where I found it. That's all there is to it for the IDA's standard operating procedures on how to clean the interior vehicle. Again, there's more than one way to do this, but this is going to be a way that's pretty general. It's going to cover the majority of the vehicle for the majority of people and be able to get you a good result in the end. So if you have any steps that you would suggest to add this that are absolutely crucial, let us know down in the comments below. Thanks for joining us in this one. We'll see you in the next one.